Hello, guys. Welcome all of you to the Study with Me YouTube channel. So, in today's lesson, we are going to learn how to do the addition and subtraction of fractions. So, this lesson had been divided mainly into three parts, and I'll be discussing about these parts separately and in detail. In the first section, we are going to learn how the addition and subtraction of fractions having the same denominator can be done, right? In the second part, we'll be discussing how the subtraction and the addition of fractions which are having different denominators can be done. And in the latter part of this lesson, we are discussing how the addition and subtraction of mixed numbers can be done. So, this is discussed at the end. Okay, now let's discuss the first section. Okay, let's move on to the first part of this lesson. Addition and subtraction of fractions having the same denominator. Here's I'm coming up with an example. 3 upon 5 plus 1 upon 5. Here you can see in the question that both the denominators of these two fractions are same, right? It's 5. So keep in mind, if the denominators are same, then answer's denominator as well be same as its questions denominators. So it's 5, you can say it's 5 here, then the answers denominator will be 5 as well. Got it? Got the point? Okay. If when it is decided, then we are going to the numerator part. You can see here what you have to do. You have to add 3 and 1 together. 3 plus 1. See, in here, in the answer, you can have a long line like this, and simply you can add 3 plus 1. Got the point? So what's the answer? 3 plus 1 is 4. Then you should write the denominator as 5 like this. So in here, if the denominators are same, then you can simply add the numerators together. Let's see a subtraction how and check how it goes, right? Let's take the same example. 3 upon 5 minus 1 upon 5. So what's the first thing that you need to decide? You need to understand, okay, the answers denominator as well need to be 5. The reason is this question is formed with two fractions and both of them have its denominator as 5. So the answers denominator also should be 5. Then what? Then we are moving into the numerator part. It's 3 minus 1. So you can simply write 3 minus 1. The answer is 3 minus 1, it's 2. The answer is 2 upon 5. So the thing that you need to understand is if the denominators are same when you are adding or subtracting fractions, then you can simply put that denominator as the answers denominator as well. Then the numerators can either be added or subtracted based on the question that you are giving. So you can simply add or subtract. Okay, got the point? I hope it is clear. So in the latter part of this section, let's discuss more about these concepts with many examples. Okay. Okay, let's discuss the next section of this lesson. Addition and subtraction of fractions having different denominators. Let me come up with an example. 1 upon 2 plus 3 upon 4. Here in this example, you can see that the denominators of these fractions are different. Here it's 2 and here it is 4. So in such cases, what do you have to do? In order to add or subtract these fractions, what you have to do is you have to make the denominators of these fractions into an equal value. So, what's the easiest thing that you can do? You know that you can convert this 2 into 4, right? You can multiply 2 by 2 and convert 2 into 4. So, what do you call that? If you multiply both the denominator and the numerator by the same value, the fraction that you get as the answer is can be mentioned as its equivalent fraction. So what you're doing here is you are writing an equivalent fraction to 1 upon 2, so that its denominator will be converted into 4. So let's do it. I'm multiplying the denominator of 2 of this fraction, which is 2 by 2. So if I multiply the denominator by 2, then definitely I need to multiply its numerator as well, like this. So what's the equivalent fraction of 1 upon 2 when its denominator is 4? The answer is 1 into 2, it's 2. 2 into 2, it's 4. So the equivalent fraction of 1 upon 2 is 2 upon 4. Now you can simply write this plus sign as it is and write this 3 upon 4 as it is. You are just writing here like this. Now what happens? The denominators are same in this case. The denominators are same in this case. So in such cases, the answer's denominator also same. So the denominators of these two fractions are 4. The denominator of these two fractions is 4 and its answer's denominator as well, it's 4. Then what happens? You can simply, since here the sign is addition, you can simply add the numerators. Then it's 2 plus 3. So the answer is 5 upon 4. It doesn't matter. You can see this is not a proper fraction, it's an improper fraction. So it doesn't matter. Just this is the answer. And I hope that the way that we did this question is clear for you. Shall we come up with another example? Let's take and let's quickly do it, right? What's the question? Uh, 3 upon 7 plus what? 2 upon 14 maybe. You know that you can simply convert this 7 into 14 through an equivalent fraction. What do you have to do? You have to multiply both its numerator and the denominator by 2, right? So let's multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 2, and I'm writing the rest of the question like this. And don't forget to put this equal sign as well, right? So that means this line, this calculation part is equal to the next calculation part likewise. So putting this equal sign is a must, right? 3 into 2, it's 6. 7 into 2, it's 14 plus 2 upon 14. So now you can simply write the answer because the denominators are same. So the numerator, so the answers denominator also will be definitely 14. And then what happens is you can simply add the numerators together. It's 6 plus 2. Then what's the answer? 6 plus 2, it's 8. 8 upon 14 is the answer. Great. So now I believe this is clear for you. In the next question, shall we come up with some subtraction? Hmm? Okay, let's write the question like this. 7 upon 9 minus 1 upon 3. Here you can see the denominators are different. In such case, you know that you can simply convert this 3 into 9 by multiplying both its numerator and the denominator by 3. So you are trying to write an equivalent fraction to 1 upon 3. So let's do it now. 7 upon 9 minus 1 upon 3. Since here since in this value's denominator is 9, you are converting this 3 into 9 by multiplying it by 3. So if the denominator is multiplied, then the numerator will also be multiplied by 3. So 7 upon 9 minus 1 into 3, it's 3. 3 into 3, it's 9. What will be the answer? The answer's denominator will be same, which is 9, right? So now you know that. So you can then simply write 7 minus 3. You can simply subtract the numerators when its denominators are equal. So 7 minus 3. 7 minus 3, what's the value? It's 4. 4 upon 9 is the answer. Great. Here, let's come up with another example. 1 upon 3 minus 1 upon 4. What happens here? Now, you can't simply convert the denominators into an equal value just by multiplying it once. So I hope you can remember the LCM. You know LCM, right? So you have to find the LCM of these two fractions, so two denominators. What is 3 and 4? What will be the LCM? First, you have to divide it by 2. Here, 3 is not getting divided by 2, so you are writing it as 3 as it is, and when you divide 4 by 2, the answer is 2. Then since this one is getting divided by 2, I am dividing it again by 2. Then since 3 is not getting divided by 2, I am writing 3 as it is. 2 divided by 2, it's 1. So you know that 3 can be divided by 3. The answer is 1. And here I am putting this 1 as it is. So what's the LCM? 2 into 2 into 3, the answer is 2 into 2, it's 4. 4 into 3, it's 12. Great. So now what you have to do? You have to convert this 3 into 12. What you have to do? You have to multiply the denominator by 4. If you multiply the denominator, then you have to multiply the numerator as well. Great. Then what you have to do? You have to convert this 4 into 12 by multiplying it by 3. Then if you multiply the denominator, you need to multiply the numerator as well. Then 1 into 4, it's 4. 3 into 4, it's 12. Minus 1 into 3, it's 3. 4 into 3, it's 12. So what's going on now? The denominators are same, so the answer's denominator also will be same as its questions fractions. So I'm putting it as 12. Then I can simply write the numerator. I can simply subtract the numerators together. Then 4 minus 3, the answer is 1, right? So the answer of this question is 1 upon 12. Okay, let's come up with the final section of this lesson. Addition and subtraction of mixed numbers. Here I'm coming up with an example. 2 and 3 upon 5 plus 3 and 1 upon 5, right? Okay, there are two ways actually you can do the calculation. The first thing that you can do is you can either convert it into improper fractions and do the calculations and get the answer, or you can just keep the mixed mixed number, the way that the fractions have been presented as it is, and you can simply add or subtract the whole number part separately and the proper fraction part separately. Okay, let's go with the first method. First method. What I'm doing, I'm converting these mixed numbers into improper fractions. Let's do 2 and 3 upon 5. So what do you have to do? You have to multiply the whole number and the denominator, right? Then 2 into 5, it's 10. And then to that answer, you need to add the numerator. So 10 plus 3, it's 13. And you are putting its denominator as it is. So the answer, when you convert this mixed number into the improper fraction, into an improper fraction, the answer will be 13 upon 5. Plus, then I'm converting this mixed number into an improper fraction. 3 into 5, it's 15. 15 plus 1, it's 16. So 16 upon 5. Okay, now what happens? Now it's clear. The denominators are same. So the answer's denominator as well, it will be 5 in this case. And you can simply add the numerators. So what will be the answer? 13 plus 16, it's 29 upon 5 is the answer. So keep in mind, you can convert and keep the answer as a mixed number as well if you want, right? How do you convert this into a mixed number? You can simply divide 29 by 5. The answer is 5 into 5, it's 25 minus 4. 29 minus 25, it's 4. So if you write this 29 upon 5 as a mixed number, you can write it as 5 and 5 4 upon 5. Understood? So both these answers are same. You can either keep it as an improper fraction or you can simply convert it into a mixed number and keep the answer. Right. Okay, let's go to the second method where you can do the same question. What's the question? So I'm trying to discuss the second method. The question is 2 and 3 upon 5 plus 3 and 1 upon 5. So in this method, what I'm doing is I'm separately adding the whole number parts and I'm separately adding the proper fractions part, right? So what are the whole numbers? 2 plus 3. So put two brackets here, right? Then plus, what do you have to do next? You need to add 3 upon 5 plus 1 upon 5. So what's the answer now? Let's take 2 upon 3. The answer is 5. You are putting this plus as it is. Then what? You are adding 3 upon 5 plus 1 upon 5. So now you know the denominators are same. So you are putting its answer's denominator as 5. Then you can simply add the numerators 3 plus 1. So here the answer is what? 5 plus 3 plus 1, it's 4 upon 5. So you can simply omit this plus sign and write the answer as 5 and 5 and 4 upon 5 is the answer. Simple. So you can see here the answers are same, isn't it? Okay, great. I hope that this is clear for you now. Shall we come up with another small example and finish this? Right. Let's do it. Let's take a subtraction this time, okay? 5 and 3 upon 7 minus 2 and maybe let's take another example, another fraction, another denominator. What is it? 14, right? Then 3 upon 14. Okay, let's do this question. You can do either any way that you like. So I prefer that whole number subtraction part, right? So let's do it. What's the whole number here? 5. What's the whole number here? 2. So I'm subtracting 2 from 5. So I'm putting some two brackets as well. Then it's the sign here, it's plus, right? Because I'm joining the whole number part and the proper fraction part through plus sign, right? I'm only subtracting this whole number part and the improper fraction part separately, but when I'm joining them together, I should always put plus sign here, whether it's if whether the fraction needs to either be subtracted or added, right? The joining part of whole number and the proper fraction part needs to be done using this plus sign. Okay, let's put another bracket here, and 3 upon 7 minus, here it's minus. What you have to do, you have to minus, you have to subtract, you have to put minus. 3 upon 7 minus 3 upon 14. Great. So 5 upon 2, what's the value? Sorry, 5 minus 2, it's 3. Plus, now what happens? The denominators are different, but you know that simply seeing them, you can convert the 7 into 14 by multiplying the denominator and the numerator by 2, right? So what I'm doing, it's 7 upon 3 upon 7. So I'm multiplying both the numerator and the denominator by 2. I'm putting this 3 upon 14 as it is. So now let's do the calculation. 3 plus 3 into 2, it's 6. 7 into 2, it's 14 minus 3 upon 14. So what's the answer here? The answer will be 3 plus the denominator will be 14 since both the denominators are equal. Then 6 minus 3. 3 plus 6 minus 3, it's 3 upon 14. So now the answer is 3 and 3 upon 14. Got the point? So you can do the same, you check whether you can do it. You can get the same answer by converting these mixed numbers into improper fractions as well, right? So you should get the answer as 3 and 3 upon 14 when you do this calculation, right? This is the final question that we are doing. So check that. Try to convert these fractions into improper fractions as well and try to get the answer. Okay, guys, let's wind up this lesson. When we were doing this, you might have noticed that we didn't do much exercises today, but I will come up with another example discussing the different exercises in your textbooks, right? So you will be more clear about these concepts. So let's wind up the lesson for now. And if you have not subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe and like the video and also share the content with your friends. Have a nice day. Bye bye.